could only leave the red it was playing on. He'd had a look at the pack of reds there. Nothing goes.
It's always an interesting meeting, I think, between these two. And of course, they will play first round of the Masters next month. I think you make a case these are the two most popular snooker players in the world. Ding, of course, with hundreds of millions of fans in China, and Ronnie is popular everywhere. So there'll be a lot of eyes on this one right around the world.
Well, he'd like to come down for the red that's blocking the pocket for the black going in. Those 5 reds surrounding the black, all in difficult positions. So he'll be trying to get the right side of the blue. You can see that he's thinking 3 shots ahead now. This red, the blue, and then position on the red to the left of the black.
Player, of course, he lost to in the Northern Ireland final a couple of weeks back, so if he were to win tonight, he's a big favourite to reach the final.
What a positional shot that was, David. Nothing wrong with the tip so far.
It was a scratchy start from Ronnie O'Sullivan, and an upset looked on the cards when Alan Taylor led 2-0. That was the cue for a dazzling quartet of frames. There goes the tip.
Didn't quite have the angle on the black to disturb those 3 reds, which is what he wanted to do.
34.
The red to the right of the black is available to the left corner. And seems to have found the pace of the table very quickly. Now, does he go into them or play for that loose red to the right of the black? Choices is
45.
It's extremely thin, but he could play to the baulk cushion and beyond the brown.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 46.
It was never easy, and he knew he was leaving this red on.
Ding's chance to strike back in this first frame. It's going to be an open game.
This is an opportunity to free the black and the reds. The red goes to the left corner, the one nearest the blue. He could finish high on that red, slightly high. Could bring the black into play by playing a cannon.
12.
So back down for the blue again.
30.
Not the best shot he's ever played. Needed an angle to go into the reds.
Junhui, 80.
Slight swerve. He's taking a risk here. He's taking a risk, although he's covered the pocket with black.
Wow.
Or not.
Yeah.
The black's gone in.
And left a chance at this red as well. That wasn't too difficult, that red. What a chance.
But it's still, of course, the first frame, and also they were made to wait, so if anything, the tension maybe would have been normal. No sign of it there, though, from O'Sullivan.
Played it as a shot to nothing.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Never thought about the red.
Well, definite signs of a bit of edginess, but also, you know, great respect, of course, between the two of them. Even though the record, head-to-head wise, massively favours O'Sullivan. He knows how good Ding is.
I try and play the pot into the middle pocket here. As long as it hits that side of the red, like so, should be okay. The pot.
Yeah, Ding, in his defence, hasn't played much snooker on this table, because O'Sullivan's played all his matches on it. So Ding maybe still
Ding Junhui 6.
getting to grips with it.
One. Three.
Didn't catch it full enough. So Ding Junhui with a great chance.
But it's going to play its part, as you say.
One.
So by taking the blue, means it needs the black as well. Potted the pink, O'Sullivan could tie.
6. 8. 11. 15.
Wobbled. Completely different shot now.
Well, at least now O'Sullivan also needs the pink. So, a nervy start
Ding
here.
Junhui 15.
Just what we like.
Well, we've only had 2 deciders already, might as well have a third one.
I don't see the value in playing to pot it. Just caught it a little bit too thin. But once again, I'm not sure of the value of playing this blue. Especially if you knock the pink out.
Wow. Ding Junhui 5.
That's a mistake. Wrong cushion. Is it the wrong cushion?
Just shows, though, how significant it was when O'Sullivan, playing that safety, just knocked the pink to the cushion, because it's made this awkward. Would have been possible otherwise.
Ding Junhui 5.
Yeah, as we see this again, O'Sullivan's long potting has been a bit mixed so far in this opening frame. He's pink and black here.
Wasn't far away that time. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't have a go at the pot there. Could be sorry you didn't have a go at that pot.
He's right behind the black to take a dramatic opening frame, 28.5 minutes. It goes. Well, it was an edgy old frame, wasn't it? Ronnie O'Sullivan leads Ding Junhui 1-0.
I was surprised that he didn't take the pink on in the last frame.
One.
You can actually see the shot down there. If you don't fancy it, difficult to play it.
9. Seven.
That's okay, and he may not be able to reach that one.
25.
Of course, Ding's now got his own academy in Sheffield that bears his name. Quite a few, not just
59.
Chinese players, but snooker professionals are basing themselves now.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place. Still needs the red colour. You couldn't have picked it up and placed it any worse. Can't pot either of those reds. This is difficult. Still 75 left.
67.
Very good response this from Ding Junhui.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Now he's looking at the tip.
Well, like I say, you know, Ding has got a sense of big chance tonight. Regardless of the reason O'Sullivan's struggling, he's got to seize upon it. Martin Clark, we understand, the tournament director, put the new tip on last night.
Very good.
Seven.
It's okay, I think. Didn't want the cue ball to come that far. He's got away with it.
30. 20. 21.
Now he could play the cannon to the red directly above the black.
Ding Junhui. 28.
No, it was always on that far angle.
Well, he's missed a couple in this frame, O'Sullivan, that he may felt would cost him, certainly the
One.
pink, but comes back to the table. Only 21 in it.
8.
The red nearest the pink spot, to the right
9.
of the pink spot. I'll go into this same pocket.
$16. 17. 22.
Still,
23.
they're all covering one another.
30.
Can play this knowing that he's not going to be leaving a red. Takes the pressure off the shot.
31.
Right in the middle.
$38.
To hit it.
39.
He didn't really want to push the red to the cushion. Being able to play left-handed comes in. Just switches over. Was talking about it earlier.
45.
Red and a black, or a blue, and it's a snooker required.
53.
He just knocks them into the middle at that angle, at that speed, as though they're easy.
He's been led off the hook though, hasn't he, in this frame?
He certainly has. And he'll be kicking himself, Ding Junhui. He had him.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well,
60.
it's one snooker to tie, that is.
Game just too thin. He's left an opportunity. His long potting has improved. Nicely played. Coming round perfectly onto the blue.
Six. Seven. $40.
He's still got another red he could play for after this red, but could do
15.
a little angle here on the black. A little straighter would have been better. He could have played the cannon to the red above and to the left of the black.
22.
Well worked out, little cannon there. Never sure when
23.
cue ball's going to go when you're playing it with topspin. And he's got to play this at pace, trying to force it through the reds. Oh, nicely played. He had to play it at pace to get to this red to the left corner. The black was tough enough, but to manoeuvre the cue ball to that position, some pocket position there.
51.
He's got reds to both corners here, possibly the middle. He's
37.
developing these reds nicely.
$38.
Didn't quite catch the reds as he wanted.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. 38.
Nearly bit it off, but he can't play without a tip. Showed us the other side of the game, hasn't he? Now he's showing us how he can play the safety in a game judged to perfection. It's a great shot. It really was a great shot.
So once again, it's in his hands to try and level up.
He's going to need that awkward red above the black. So I'd suggest playing the black at some stage. If you can leave an angle on this next red.
$14.
It's good thinking that by Junhui.
$21. $22.
Yes, he's got the angle to remove it from the side cushion. Did, but it didn't fall nice for him.
29.
Yes, it does. Perfectly onto the blue to get to this last red.
Oh, what a great pot that was. All the back position now. Key moment of the frame of the whole match.
Ding's in with 35.
It's never going in.
No, it was never in. He gave it every chance to drop by playing it slowly, but
So Ronnie O'Sullivan, despite what all the stats say, has a chance to lead by 2 at the interval. It is, but regardless of sort of pot success and all that, it's about the balls you miss, and if you leave them, as he has done, it's going to cost you. He's had chances, so many. This was another one.
10.
it was a pressure ball. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he made that excellent 135
30.
Ding in frame 2. Otherwise, the chances he has had, he hasn't taken. Started in the first frame, which he also could have won. O'Sullivan needs the blue for a 2-frame lead.
22.
That's all that matters.
28.
And he's 2 frames from the semi-finals of this Scottish Open.
35.
Thing to think about here. So it's Ronnie O'Sullivan in early control.
Ronnie
thing with
O'Sullivan
O'Sullivan is he's one of the great front runners, isn't he, you've ever known at snooker. He goes a long way ahead against a player. He invariably wins it.
Yes, exactly, and it's hard to see Ding winning 4 on the bounce, so this frame is a must-win, you would think, for him. Showing his cue power after the interval.
4.
Safe to say the tournament's opening up there, isn't it? Because the fact that it's 4-1, it's really happening for players this week. Li Hang has some success already.
Sullivan continues to look less than serene.
30.
The Selby-Walden quarter-final, undoubtedly the best of the day so far. They both played really well.
$21.
As we say, he needs to take what's on in the middle of the table, get himself close to the winning line in the frame.
$29.
Just looking to see if that red
40.
will go past the ping. Oh, got a kick. Definitely a kick. Dear me.
41.
That is frustrating. Playing behind the brown now. If he's got the, can get a wide enough angle off this.
Ding Junhui. 41.
That's unfortunate. We've seen a bit of that of late, the ticker tape, which would have been a hangover from the UK final. What a victory for Jamie Jones, a surprise result, certainly surprising in terms of the lopsided nature of the score. He's beaten Kyron Wilson 5-1, so it's going to be Mark Selby against Jamie Jones in our second semi-final tomorrow night.
1.
Such a big frame, isn't it? If Ding were to take it 3-2, he's right back in the match. If O'Sullivan wins it,
5.
not quite nailed on, but not far off, you would think.
It's a question of whether he can actually get the frame one before the blue is needed. No, I don't think he can actually. Beg your pardon. Just
Sullivan. 5.
missing those is none of it really matters, is it? If you miss that, but clearly Ding will not need the blue, and his 12-point lead.
Cube.
O'Sullivan continuing to show frustration. As we know, he's a perfectionist.
I'll be honest with you, he isn't playing very well, is he? And he hasn't played well all week. He's still here, and he's 3-1 up against Ding Junhui. His highest break on the night is 60. Ding's made a 135. Ronnie isn't really scoring. I don't know how he's getting through these matches. Looks like he's playing from memory at the moment. Tell you what, you wouldn't want a difficult shot on the brown for it is. You'd want to be right behind that, dropping it in.
6.
This time he'll be playing the pocket closest to O'Sullivan on that side. Ronnie looks... I've seen him look more enthusiastic
9.
than he does right now, to be honest, out there.
Another scratchy frame, mistakes on both sides, but and Ronnie O'Sullivan has conceded, so the match is back in the balance. O'Sullivan continues to struggle, he doesn't look happy.
It's got an angle to get on the black. It's a chance, this. Black goes. Yeah. Just what O'Sullivan needed, something early in the frame. Now he's got the black free, and this is where I think he could probably make
8.
a break without a tip on his cue at all when he's in amongst them.
Foul. I'm going to check that. I will check it because it looked like it flicked the black. I am going to ask him to check it. It just looked like
was never a foul.
Like it got the black first. No.
In my opinion, that was
Impossible. Then you can check it on that.
no. I agree with Ronnie. Anyway, Brendan Moore's asking for it to be checked, but I don't think in a million years that was a foul, personally. I agree with Ronnie.
Yeah, clearly O'Sullivan emphatically believes it wasn't. Brendan Moore's going to have a look.
Can you do once more?
No foul.
You just do it.
100% legal shot, in my opinion.
You couldn't play it again, could you?
Well, I didn't. I'm surprised by this. Brendan Moore's top referee.
No, I have to commentate because you've done that.
That's not simultaneous or anything.
No, I've seen it. Now I've seen it. I'm okay with it, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I wanted to check it. If I'm not 100% sure, I am now. I've seen it on there, but I wanted to check it.
Well, that's clearly not improved O'Sullivan's mood. Brendan Moore, on reviewing the video evidence, agreeing with O'Sullivan that, of course, it was red first. So on we go.
And the point is, the referee can only call what he sees. If he thought it was a foul, fair enough. But on replay, it's pretty apparent that it wasn't a foul of any kind. It was just a sort of fairly
60.
regulation shot. Anyway, we'll move on.
Foul.
No foul. 100% legal shot, in my opinion.
Brendan
70. $24. 25. $32. 33.
It would just be like O'Sullivan now to make a maximum, wouldn't it, after that?
He seems to have regrouped pretty quickly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 40.
That one was always at the top jaw. Pity that, because he had a bit of hope, didn't it? That would have been an unusual maximum, wouldn't it, with an intervention halfway through.
We've had one already, of course, this week. Joe Yulong, the 7th of the season.
1.
Point is that 40-point lead. This is a good chance for Ding to at least get right back in the frame, if not win it.
7.
I think he's very experienced and he should be able to read the signs here. We know his
40.
record against O'Sullivan is not great. He's beaten him in big events, but he's not beaten him as many times as he's lost to him. And if he's ever going to get a result,
50.
he should be aware that tonight is one of those nights. He's there for the taking. It's just that not many people are able to deliver the blow.
That's not gone to plan.
20. Junhui,
Neither
20.
player, for various different reasons, particularly happy the way things are going this evening.
A terrific shot.
That's one area of his game that has impressed this evening. 8 out of 11 from long range for O'Sullivan. That's outstanding. It's given him a gilt-edged chance to go
16.
2 up with 3 to play.
17. Thank you. 24.
So frame that could have gone against him. He broke down on 40, left the red over the pocket. Could have been costly.
25.
Pink makes it 51 in it. That's the other thing to say.
But he only needs this red to make it happen. Go 52 in front with only 43 there.
52.
This frame is over, and Ding is going to have to win the last 3.
5.
Just looking as if the red, bottom red of the 2, is if it goes, if it was to pot, he would clear the black, I guess. Black's going to have to go on its spot. She's going to tie the reds up otherwise. So you cannon them here. Bottom one must go, I suppose.
12.
Tie.
13.
Cleverly played.
20. 21.
He's played 3 or 4 gems in a row here to get the black spot free when it looked impossible to get it free. Yet he made a delightful 135 break earlier in this match.
$32. 33.
We'll need to do something with the 4 reds in the middle of the table to get the frame one. Might play the cannon on the right hand red of the 4, and that'll bring the other red into play. When he's right, this would be a typical Ding shot, this. Nearly missed the pot. I think that's why he didn't get the cannon.
44.
Because he hit the black a little bit on the thick side. Now it's going to have to be a plant, but definitely played the cannon on that right red. Not an easy plant, this.
Junhui, 44.
Frame's not won, but he's gone quite a long way to winning it. How about that for a nudge? Pink open, 3 reds open. Ding will be grateful that the blue and red are locked out.
7.
So the yellow and brown are a little close together if he was at any point on the brink of clearing up.
8. 50. 60.
Now what's the plan here for the red and the blue close together?
$24.
Doesn't want to be straight on this. If he's got no chance if it is. Might be inclined. He's thinking about just dropping him behind. I think I might.
So 24.
It's hard to argue with that shot the way he's played it, mind you. I thought he might try and free the yellow and brown so the yellow's potable and get a snooker that way. Mind you, the snooker is in is no fun. Ding's going to have to go all around the table to hit this.
Foul. No miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
It's pretty close. He could play the snooker behind Blue again. This one is possibly even more difficult now, saying that.
Sullivan's made it crystal clear in recent times that he's not a fan of the miss rule.
I don't see how he can play off that cushion. Straight into the cushion.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. Free ball. Brown ball.
Well, this frame is turning around. O'Sullivan looked big second favourite a few minutes ago, less so now.
Those two snookers he got him in that last one, that was vile.
He's got him behind the pink.
What a crazy game snooker is sometimes.
Foul.
Balls are flying around all over the place, aren't they? This frame has just descended into balls being just whacked around the table. Some very clever shot.
Unbelievable.
What is going on?
It's like watching Groundhog Day. Without the humour.
Goodness me. Ronnie's hit that as hard as he could, and somehow the blue didn't move. That's the other thing about that last shot. How did he not hit the blue?
Well, maybe get through to it.
They can't bolt it, I don't think. Now what? I mean, snooker behind the black, you'd think, but I'm sure anything could happen here. Made some very good ones, but they haven't amounted to anything.
Neither player look in the mood to celebrate at the moment. And that's a big mistake from O'Sullivan. So here's another chance for Ding to keep this match alive. And that should do it. The black to put him 30 in front with 27 on.
Ten. 13.
Odd things happened in that frame. The memorable bit would have been the break that Ding made. 44 is what it was.
22.
Basically, that's what's won in the frame. All the other stuff was mind-blowing at times. The snookers they gave to each other.
So Ding still very much in this match. Ronnie O'Sullivan still playing well below par.
One.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't hit the blue,
Four.
they say. Not only does it give your opponent a chance, the blue
5.
sometimes gets put safe. No one really wants that at the start of a frame.
12. 13.
As I say, Ding must be picking up some signs from this, that he can still win this match, not only from his own point of view, from his opponent, Ronnie O'Sullivan. That is a delightful shot. That is Ding at his best.
20.
Opening the bunch and leaving himself on the spare red.
21.
He's always been such a great exponent of getting the bunch open. And this was how it should be done. What a shot.
He's been a pro 17 years now, which feels like a career in itself, but he's still only 2 years older than Judd Trump. Time is very much on his side.
60.
Is he an ambassador for the game, or is he still potential champion of the world? I don't know the answer to that. I'm enjoying watching this break.
It's going to be the third of our quarter-finals to go the distance.
Ding Junhui, 114.
Very different one to the two we saw earlier today. But it's going to need a 9th and deciding frame to determine who plays Li Hang for a place in the final of the Scottish Open. Ding winning back-to-back frames to take us all the way. 2 centuries from him. Highest break of just 69 from O'Sullivan. Going to pull something out from nowhere in this most important of frames. Well, that's a good start, firing in a long red.
Yeah, he's going to have to play safe here, though.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
He will just run into a place where really he couldn't do anything.
Foul. Junhui, 4.
Careful on this shot if he goes for it. Cue might heading towards the black and the couple of reds. Never a clue where they were going to finish. Wriggled through there onto the yellow. That is lucky.
Three. 4.
The question is, does the pink go on its spot? I think it's just above it at the moment. If not, they'll have to go in there somewhere.
11.
Shaking his head after practically every shot.
He's got an angle on this blue to do just about whatever he wants. Worked out pretty well. Very well.
70. $22.
Suddenly, this is looking a little bit bleak for Ding.
23. $29.
Know that he's the greatest, really, and the situations like this, but you also know that right now there could be a miss in him somewhere that you don't expect. It's been like that all week.
36.
It's unpredictable watching him right now, so I'm not banking on anything.
If anything's going to focus the mind, though, it's a chance like this. And a chance to improve on his record-breaking tally this weekend of 37 ranking titles.
Just getting a little bit more tricky from here as he gets reds into play.
44.
There had been an expectation at the start of play that we were headed for another Trump-O'Sullivan showdown. We know that's not going to happen.
50.
So Sullivan going to ultimately keep his side of the bargain.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50.
Well, there's your answer. Not for now. Wow.
Well, he was doing something there, Philip. He was trying to move the red. That was, I think, divided concentration. That's the point I was making, that there is a miss in him all the time right now. I don't see that changing this weekend, even if he wins tonight.
So a reprieve for Ding Junhui. He must have thought he might have played his last shot of the tournament. As it is, he's 47 behind, but there are still 75 left.
Okay, on the left side. What a pot. Just a little bit riding on this shot as well. One of those, almost a hiding to nothing sort of a shot. Yeah, you've just got to roll it in and hope. You expected to get it, but you can miss them. It's a pity because he was on the way to making this frame very close, I think. It's hard to think there could be another twist here, but O'Sullivan has to do something to those three reds, I would say. Either do that or play on the loose one, left-handed, down the cushion, might be the way. It's not how he operates, is it?
And he still needs
6.
a red.
Wow.
Time's running out for Ding, though.
get to this. He's knocked in a few long reds, but this is the most important long ball of the night for O'Sullivan. Too many reds on cushions here for Ding. He's to get something in play. Very favourable table for someone who's 52 points in front.
It goes in. So 53 the difference, 51 left.
Been a very strange match, but one I've quite enjoyed. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Can't take your eyes off it, can you?
Some very good and some very bad.
Foul. 4
But it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who looks like he's bitten his tip off again. Are we going to have tip number 4 ahead of the semi-finals? He's made it though. He's through to the semi-finals of the Scottish Open to play Lee Hang. He's beaten Ding Junhui 5-4.